I hope that I'm a music industry attorney, and the one question that I have for David and for Tipper is, why do so many people talk in terms of the fact that 13 teenagers were affected by suicide, things that our children are affected? What about society? Are you saying to us that society as a whole must be governed by the minority and the influence on the minority? Because that's what it seems to say. And I have a feeling that the rest of us adults who can fully take that lyric and not commit suicide as a result of hearing it have just as much a right to enjoy it and listen to it for what purpose it was meant for, as we have to worry about 13 teenagers maybe going to commit suicide about it. Where does the proportion come in? Isn't it your responsibility as parents to protect your teenagers and let society amalgamate the material that's basis for the majority? Of all possible worlds, children, there's much more divorce, there's much more family disruption today, children are more vulnerable. Just look at the statistics, 20% of the population, we're going to censor 80%, is that what you're saying, Alden? In 1960, 10% of our teenage girls were sexually active, 50% are sexually active today. Our girls were 14 years old. In those days were not accurate, and you know that that's been changed. How many people in those areas were admitting that they were sexually active? Society is much more. Look at that, they were just actually, well, they even are probably less awfully active now. Wait a minute, you have 1,300,000 teenagers.
Oh, wait a minute, all you people raised in the 50s, they just didn't tell. No, you're saying you actually didn't do it or you didn't tell?
Oh, even back in the 50s, what about watchers like thinking all these other
The thing that needs to be addressed is the question of censorship, because we do not advocate censorship. David Island, I do not advocate it in my book. I am talking about pervasive messages that are available for kids of any age that are explicit and violent, and parents have a right to know that. Parents in this country right now aren't tuned in. They're not aware of what their kids are seeing on television and listening to, and they really need to so that they can nurture their child and protect their child. It's education for parents. Nobody, and we want to create mechanisms for choice in the marketplace, not censorship. I think it's damaging.
I think it's damaging both to a parent and to a kid to twist the lyrics of a Metallica song like that out of context to try and tell a parent what that song is about when that may not be what the song is about at all. That music was too melancholy to my ears to make me feel, hey man, suicide's really cool. That sounds like a good idea.